speaking, this is a real video game heavy show, but who cares? Because video games are cool. Topic of the show. Are you ready, my peeps?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, ready.
Topic of the show is our most triumphant video game moments.
Ooh, who wants to go first?
I think mine is really obvious, so maybe I should get it over with.
All right.
My most triumphant video game moment was finishing the Jack 3 gun course with no guns. The second one. I recorded my feelings on video when I done this.
I'm gonna be honest. I still haven't watched that yet.
You should. I could barely talk. I mean, even more than usually. And the feeling I got when I wasn't even recording. Like I recorded. Like I wasn't recording myself. I recorded the gameplay for every day for about 2 fucking months. Like every time I turned on Jack 3 to try this. And I was just recording. I was just sitting there in a zombified state, just pressing fucking square no. And then I heard a door open. I looked up. I was like, oh, I failed. I looked up, and I had the number. I remember the number, 9,036 or something like that. And it was like, oh, it's like the gods just shone down heaven.
Did you do like a Rocky montage of like all your failures? Like put it like 20 times speed?
I was going to do it by delete. I need the amount of times I had to do this. I had to delete all the fucking footage because it just clogged up my hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute I done it, I fucking hopped up, like done a little fucking flip up, ran, grabbed my camera, and started screaming, I done it! And then my mother was screaming from my bedroom, will you shut the fuck up? And yeah, that it was a nice moment, and it felt so good, and that was my most fulfilling video game moment.
That's very wholesome, Keith.
Thank you. I felt very nutritional after it. The right word, I swear.
What about you, Nick? Or do you want me to go?
I guess I'll go, yeah. One thing, I think my best video game moment hasn't come yet. Because the minute I fucking get that fucking Krillin's milk fucking trophy, I'm going to flip my shit. And I know it. But that's not my fault. It's not from my lack of talent. It's from lack of luck and RNG. But if I had to give one for right now...
It is for your lack of talent, Nick. I done it. And you know how I done it? I grinded and grinded and grinded. It's what you have to do.
It should not be that way. It should not be that way.
Well, it is that way. That's life.
Well,
life
it shouldn't
fair.
be that
so
way.
So go up and do it.
No. I won't. I'll be a fucking defiant 12-year-old. Okay, I would say my most defining moment right now, just out of spite of you, Keith, is hearing it takes place in Assassin's Creed Revelations.
No.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. I endured listening to Keith, giving him moral support, right? Doing this stupid fucking compulsory DLC called The Lost Archive. Now, folks,
nightmares. This is like shitty first-person ones.
Yeah, yes, it's a sack of shit. It's a interesting story, but completely overshadowed by unyielding rage and just
stupid gameplay. 30 frames per second, first-person shit gameplay that does not responsive.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad, right? So Keith is sitting here now. This is an actual quote. Fuck. About every 3 seconds, and then a lot of
like 5 times at the end of the level.
Fucking why? I fell true to fucking like a lot of that, right?
Do you want to explain what this trophy is?
There's two trophies that one of them is called Impress Warren Vidic. I remember it well.
This is a hard one.
It's just a lot of basically extremely mediocre first-person platforming. Building blocks, dodging laser beams, and other devices of certain death. And you have to get through the whole level without dying. And it is quite a challenge because I think it takes approximately like 10 minutes to get through it, like if you don't know what you're doing.
Have you guys played Fallout 4 Far Harbor?
Don't care right now. We're talking about fucking my.
No. This relates back to it because I just remembered, like, thinking back to like the first person mini game in Assassin's Creed Revelations. It's a lot like the first person mini game in Far Harbor.
But is Far Harbor actually good?
Well, the DLC in general was about as good as Fallout 4 gets, but the mini game, thinking about it, it's like. Yeah, it's this first person thing where you've got like building blocks and things like that, and it's like, oh fuck. They were like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Revelations did this. Maybe we should try it.
Everyone loves that. Everyone loves Revelations.
Yeah. So anyway, Keith finally did it, and he felt so proud of himself. So proud of him. He was like, if I wasn't mistaken, I would consider that one of his biggest fucking triumphs ever. Was getting through that, because I think that took you like 3 days of nonstop torture to get through that. And I was daunting it at the time. Like I was like, oh no, like as I hear it and shit. And there's another one for crossing the sticks, and that one's a fucking cakewalk. It's easier, but anyways, so here I go playing. Here I go playing it. I start, and Keith. I initiate share play, because he's like, I want to watch you suffer, because I was like joking and shit, right? First, I start like basically, if I could describe how I went through this, I would say skipping and like tossing a yo-yo on the ground. And like I started doing it and shit, and he was like, how did you do that? He was like, and here comes the next part. How are you gonna do this, huh? And he's like laughing like Vegeta, like and then I go through and he's like, huh? What? And then I get to the next part and I keep doing it and shit, right? And eventually I get about 90% through and I actually fail. And he was like, you just went 90% through it without. And then a few other times I try it and we're still talking and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, Keith, like we talked for like 5 minutes after I finished it. And I was like, by the way, I did. And he was like, what? When? I was like, about 5 minutes ago.
And then the next in my defense, I had it much harder because my game was a physical version, which is glitched to fuck. And I kept falling through the blocks. And
is it?
Life much harder.
Once.
Yes.
Yeah, I fell through the floor a few times. But not anywhere near what you did. But then the second part, I did that in about 3 hours. The second part of constantly, because I think the most infuriating thing about the Lost Archive is the slow walk. Mm-hmm. The slow walk is really bad, and especially the second one, which is easier but still very monotonous. You have to walk a distance.
The thing that got me is that there's a delay in it. It's fine for Assassin's Creed, like it's fine for a third-person game, but if you have a first-person view and there's a delay, that's just fucked. And it runs at 30 frames a second, so it feels unresponsive as it is, and it's fucking just shit.
Yeah, we're just not going back there. So
sounds like it was pretty bad.
It was my Vietnam.
It was his bad, but it felt really good because I did it in like so quickly, and then Keith was like, "Yeah, you're in the home stretch now," and I was like, "Ha ha ha ha!" Yeah, I felt really, really good about that. But yeah, Jack. So speaking of orgasms, let's talk about you.
Did I miss something? Did I fall asleep when you were talking about orgasms or something?
No. Let's.
No, your virgin ears just blocked it out.
Oh, okay. I see.
Now, my most rewarding memories in gaming. Well, if we're gonna talk about when I was a kid, the fucking puzzle, the whack-a-mole thing on Jack 2, I literally completed Jack 3 before I completed that fucking puzzle. Me and my brother. And we even got my dad in there occasionally. We went at that fucking thing so many times. It was like we were like running up against a wall, expecting it to like fall over. And then one day, it was either me or my brother, somebody. I think it was me. Tried it out of the blue, like, oh, this fucking thing, maybe this time. And then like it worked, and I was like, oh shit. And then I beat Jack 2 after already beating Jack 3. But I was like. I was not even 10 years old, so...
It's funny how everyone in your family found that hard. Like, even the grown-ups found that hard. Like, When I played that today, I'm like, I can do that like really easily.
Well, I mean, you played the game about 17 times, so.
Well, true.
True.
I guess.
Yeah, my most recent playthrough of Jak 2, I almost completed the whack-a-mole one.
The one where in Crew's place where you have to get the artifact out of the machine.
Why was that so hard?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, it's literally on the screen the shape of your controller. You don't even have to look. Like, if you hold the controller, it just press the buttons where the shit pops up. Like, I don't understand.
The Harvey family, it runs in the Harvey family. Like, dyspraxia is a big thing in the Harvey family.
Wow. But no, they fucking trick fuck you on that stuff, man. And you try to go for the golds, but then you end up missing like ones, and then the electric ones pop up, and it's like, how do you miss? It's like,
Goes up on X, you fucking hit X.
I don't want to talk about it.
But he's done it, and he's very triumphant about it, and that's all that matters, isn't that right, Jack?
And that was when that's my best memory before I was 10.
Oh, what happened after you were 10?
After it's probably that time when I got the rope in Red Dead Redemption, and I finally fulfilled my darkest fantasy. No, I'm playing. Shit. Current gaming, I don't know. I've had a lot of. I really love like when things just go perfectly in games like The Last of Us, where like you get like 3 like headshots with the bow in a row, or the most recent thing that comes to my mind, because over the last year I haven't played a lot of video games because I'd been doing a lot of other stuff with my life, and I was playing through The Last of Us on PS4, and when you're in the last sort of section with the fireflies, spoiler alert, with the fireflies, like they're all like standing in front of you like a wall of fire essentially, and I threw a smoke bomb which disoriented them, and then I threw a nail bomb into that, and one of the guys he got knocked back, and I just opened up on him, and the other guys didn't do anything, so I flanked around them through a Molotov, and they were finished off, and I was like, wow, that was fucking smooth.